What up, guys? So I'm here at Walmart's. I was playing some War Thunder, as you'll see later when I upload the video. I just had no food. So I'm gonna grab some these sujas. These are really good, guys. You need to try these. Sweet beets. Those are my favorite. I mean, the sweet beets and green delight. What else can I get? Ooh, what's this? Okay, let's try this. Cold pressed pineapple juice. Why not? Now I still need some food, so I really just don't have anything. Just, you know what, I'm overwhelmed at the moment with everything, so it's like my mind just locks up, and then I just don't do anything. I just sit in my room on the computer because I just can't handle it. No salt cashews, no thanks. I like mine salted. Orchid fresh. It's a healthy snack. I don't care how much it is, it doesn't matter, because I have nothing, so. I might get some bananas. I mean, man, if it wasn't for my arm, I'd be probably, you know, working out and just taking protein drinks. It's like all my protein's just sitting there for no reason. It's a reminder of what things used to be, and it's just... Alright, here's 4 bananas. And they're not too bad looking, so that's okay. That's okay. I don't like to go to Walmart and buy a bunch of junk food. I just come here I came here honestly because Publix was closed. And they have similar stuff. I don't buy Hot Pockets and all that garbage. Although I have lately been on a Ben & Jerry's kick. Because, I mean, I just haven't really been eating, so I have bread. Coffee's down here. I ordered some Peet's coffee directly from their website, because you can't get Peet's, the really expensive Peet's, anywhere else but their website. And this stuff's supposed to be like the best. Like, it's like a Kenya blend of some sort. See, they have Peet's up there, if you can see. But they only have it in the Keurig cups, and I don't have that machine, and nor do I seem to like it. So if they had they actually don't have any coffee here. They have Starbucks. That's about it. Costa Rica coffee. Actually, they do have some weird Kenya blend of something over here. Seattle's best. That's okay. Let's see. There's some Kenya AA, single source. Sort of what I'm getting with Peet's, except I'm sure this ain't Peet's. Sumatra organic, but it's Sam's Choice. I mean, it's basically Walmart coffee. I don't know if it's good. It could be terrible. Oh, this stuff's actually pretty good. I might get this. Right here, guys. This is pretty good. I've had this already. It's decent. It's very interesting. It has 70% less acid than other coffees. And it's not cheap. It's actually like $6.72. I think I might get this to replace the ever dwindling coffee that I have right now. But man, I'm sure once I get that Peet's, I'm not gonna want to drink anything else. But all I have is Peet's decaf, and I have I can't think of the name for some reason. I just had it this morning. It doesn't matter. Alright guys, I'm gonna take a break and think about what I want to do here, because I might buy this. This was really good actually. It's the most expensive coffee here other than Starbucks, and I really am not a Starbucks fan. I've tried tons of it. I'm sure there's one of theirs I like, but I don't know which one it would be, and I'm not really gonna risk taking that chance, because Pete's, I just found like what is my favorite coffee so far is Pete's coffee. So alright guys, I'll talk to you guys later. So what up guys, I'm done shopping. Somehow I spent $70. I did have to get cat food. Man, I gotta feed this cat that like I can't even pet. Like, it was such a mistake getting this one cat. We've had it for years, but never lets me pet it. And man, I let her out, and she actually like went out and roamed around or something. I was hoping she was gone. Comes back, actually meowing and clawing at the door, like actually clawing to get inside. So I was like, it's crazy. And I got stuff that I normally don't get. Like I got some cornflakes, Pete and Jerry's organic eggs, milk, which I never usually drink milk. I'm not gonna drink it. I'm just gonna use it for the cereal. Cornflakes, like I said, I haven't bought cornflakes probably in like 5 years, maybe longer. And so yeah, bananas, just a little bit of Coke, little tiny Dr. Peppers. I wish they made the Dr. Peppers with the real sugar in them, but they don't. So here's the Impreza, guys. I got a lot. Look at this. I don't know if you can swoop. I don't know if you guys can see the leaves from the hurricane are still there. Look at this junk. Whoa! I'm gonna drop this phone. So yeah, this is the Impreza here. That's where my mom backed into somebody. It's not that bad. The rest of the car is fine, actually. It's held up, actually. Other than that, I'll see you guys later. Alright guys, so I'm about to get out of here. For some reason, some guy just asked me if he thought a key could go through someone's neck. I said, probably. Very strange. I don't come to this Walmart very often. Let's see if this baby starts up. I've seen a lot of clickbait lately, like my car's wrecked. But actually this guy, oops, sorry. This guy did actually wreck his 350Z like a couple of months ago. The Golden Something's his channel. He's a 370Z. Man, when he first bought it, he had all kinds of issues with it. It made me rethink 370Zs. I thought Nissan was really reliable. But, I mean, this car has been really reliable. I'm gonna have to pause it again. But, it's like it's been really reliable, this Impreza, but it's not a fun car to drive anymore. I've had it since 2007. The exact date I can't recall. Honestly, I didn't even tell you guys the story, but it was what my mom did is, you know, a long time ago she had a settlement. She got hit and she got ripped off anyway. She should have got a much larger settlement than she did. She was actually on the back of a motorcycle and she got hit. Ew, it's getting dark. This is not good. Actually, surprisingly decent low light performance. The fact that it can even see me right now, damn, I wanted to get gas. I thought they were closed. 228. You know what? I got more than a quarter of a tank though. I'm okay. I'm okay. Oh God, something just went flying in the trunk. Some of the groceries. Maybe they're open down there. But yeah, so we traded in She had a regular PT Cruiser when it was actually cool to have a PT Cruiser. I talked her into, this was one of the biggest mistakes, talked her into getting the brand new PT Cruiser GT Turbo. And I mean, the thing looked badass. People were actually jealous of it because we were like the only ones in the area to have one. It was like 30 grand new. And you know what? My mom really tried to please me when she could. And you know, if she was rich, if my mom would have been rich, I would have had anything I wanted. She would have done anything for me. And you know, she bought me a $2,200 Canon GL2 with some of her settlement money, so I could make a short film, and I did. And unfortunately, the camera broke literally so very shortly after I started filming, or after I finished filming this movie. And look at this, gas is out. Sorry, out of order. You flipping serious? And here we go. Good. Time to get some gas. Sorry about that, but all right, I'll continue this conversation after I get gas. So the story behind the Impreza, why we got it, was because once we got that PT Cruiser GT, it was lease only, because the payments would have been absurd to buy it, like $500 or something a month, and then you got, you know, you have to get full insurance, and there was no way my mom had the money for that. Even though actually she probably could have, she knew that it was not a good idea, because by the time the lease was up, we were already in trouble. Like that, like the economic slump started happening. No way did that fill up already, Jesus. Because it filled up pretty quick. I got almost 6.5 gallons. So now, had I known at the time the car selection we could have gotten, instead of being obsessed with this stupid PT Cruiser GT, there's no way I would have got there's no way I would have got the PT Cruiser GT. There's no way. Man, it's really hard to remember now, but I'm sure she actually probably has some ridiculous paperwork somewhere about it, and I think we were not allowed to go over 50,000 miles, so maybe maybe we really did have it for 4 years. We did go through 3 pairs of tires, so it does make sense, you know, 12,000 miles a year with us both driving it. Anyways, so we actually, when it came time to return it, we had to get like another car, like right that second. So we didn't have much to choose from in her price range at that time, because literally, like, you know, shit was hitting the fan with the subprime markets and shit right when this car came out. And it was funny because when we bought this Subaru, the guy's like, oh, Subaru does not make cheap rims. They don't put cheap, like, rims and then hubcaps on cars. They all have rims. I don't know what this guy was talking about. This guy literally seemed like he didn't even know what he was talking about half the time. You know, because there was like an STI in the showroom that I was like, oh man, you know, if only we could have it. And he's like, yeah, if one tire blows, you got to replace all 4 tires. And I'm thinking, dude, you're retarded. Nobody would do that. Not unless you got money coming out of your ass. So I believe this car was $19,000, and it was just sitting there. We looked at it, I test drove it, and I'm like, yeah, this is great, because when this was brand new, I mean, it just felt so good. It handled good. As far as the acceleration goes, it's pretty much the same as it was with 130,000 miles versus brand new. It drives pretty much the same. The only thing that's different is really just everything else, like all the suspension and stuff. It just doesn't feel new, and I miss that. I really want to get rid of this car so I can just, I mean, even if I get like a 2008 Vet, I'm not saying that's gonna happen, but like, even if I do, like, it's the ones that I was looking at had like under 20,000 miles on them. So like, these are garage driven cars from like in Florida, like only like old dudes drive these cars, and I've seen like old dudes driving by in like Z06s and shit, and they're not gunning them, they're not getting on them. And they drive them because it was like their dream car their whole life, and then they finally got one. So I've really never seen a vet like really getting up. Like I've seen like the pony cars, I've seen Mustangs getting up, I've seen, you know, WRXs getting up, revving their engines and, you know, doing stuff, but I really don't know what I'm gonna do. But you know, I'm really just trying to keep my mind off of things. It's just my mind needs to be constantly focused on things, or I start to like freak out. Let's see how much gas it gave me. So I'm gonna tell you guys one big issue with this car that really annoyed me, and I don't know if they continued that trend with Subarus. Maybe you guys can tell me. Is that if there's something wrong with the engine, like say the check engine light comes on, it disables the fucking cruise control. These diagnostic tools, normally they're expensive, but I freaking saw one for like $7. Like, and this thing isn't cheap. It's Actron official, but it was like it came from China or something. I'm like, all right, whatever. And I stuck it on the dash and I read some codes. We spent, you know, hundreds of dollars trying to figure out what was wrong, and it ended up being something in the rear of the car that's only emissions related. So my mom at the time said, fuck it. And she actually even spent $100 to do some vacuum lines up front and something and maybe a new PCV valve, and there was something else up front that they replaced that was possibly gonna give us a check engine light, and it did not, because I drove it, the light came back on, and I'm like, see, aren't you glad you didn't spend more money? Because that's exactly what happens when someone doesn't know the problem exactly, then you just waste money. So I think there's like a canister in the back of the car that's really expensive. I think it's like freaking $300, and it went bad early, like maybe around 50-some thousand miles. So I've had a check engine light on for 60+ thousand miles now. So I mean 50 plus 50, actually 50, like 80,000 miles. I've had a check engine light the whole time, and it makes no difference. The car still drives the same. So I'm gonna get out of here, and I'm gonna edit this video. I got another video that I'm actually editing right now. I got War Thunder videos that I'm gonna upload too. So stay tuned to my channel, and if you like my content, like, subscribe, blah blah blah, you know the deal. Later.